Alright, so between those two videos, I rerun the test comp here just to be able to have a look to my new animation with the rays being animated. And I think it looks way better. Now, I'd like to animate another thing here, and it's how the rays are going to appear, because right now they are here all over the shot, but I'd like to have them appearing around here. We could imagine that they will be fully here at 1063, but before they wouldn't be there. So let's plug the viewer here. And now let's go to the volume rays, and I'd like to find the parameters I'd like to animate to make those rays appearing. So first thing first, maybe I should animate the ray length as when we tweak it, we can see that the rays become smaller. So maybe it will give the impression that those rays are just coming from the sun, which will be, I think, great. But like if I go to 0, it seems that 0 goes reverse. So maybe it's, 1. Okay, if I go to 1, I can still see a little bit of the effect if I just toggle on and off. So this is not the only parameters that I will need to use. So maybe I will need to as well tweak the alpha options here just to reduce from where the rays are coming from. So yeah, for example, I could imagine reducing the edge size here. I'm not too sure. It seems that there's still something a little bit. Yeah, okay. Or maybe if not the edge size, maybe the edge blur could work. So we are going to work with a combination of several parameters. I will check that guy here to revert to the parameters before I started tweaking the volume rays here. And now I will start animating them. So I will come to the frame where I want the rays to be complete. And I think I said it was like 1063. And on that frame, I will create a keyframe for the ray length, set key, and for the edge blur as well, and for the edge size, which are the 3 parameters that I'm going to use. Now, I will need to decide where I want my animation to start. So let's have a look to the render of our test comp to be able to scroll easily and see easily the result. And we could imagine them starting appearing around here, like 1045. I think 1045 could work. You can change whatever you want, and we'll be able to offset that a little bit later if we're not happy. So, but for now, let's go to frame 1045. I will hook up my viewer again to my main comp tree, and I will now reduce the ray length to 1 up, and I will increase the edge blur a little bit. I think that's it, right? I don't need to tweak the edge size. Yeah, no, they totally disappeared. So it's perfect. So we don't need to animate the edge size. So we'll do a right click and click on no animation. That will remove the keys I put it earlier. And now just before keep going, I just want to make sure that I'm at the limit, right? I just want to be at the limit where it starts appearing. So when there is nothing, but if I were moving the slider a teeny bit more, it will start appearing. Okay, cool. Okay, so now let's render that little animation. I could cache the shot in Nuke, but I already have this right node set up, so it will be very easy for me to just open it and click on render and go for it. But maybe before rendering that guy, I will disable the Z defocus. I know that this node is very slow to render, so we just want to see quickly what the rays are looking like. So I'll disable that guy. And now I can come and render it. So I won't change the name of it. I will just simply override the file because I don't need to have like multiple test comp. So there we go. I'll pause the video and come back when it's done. My render is done and I will try to cache that guy. I don't know why, it seems very, very slow. Sometimes when the script gets a little bit slow like that, you want to come to cache up there and say clear all, and you are going to clear Nuke's cache. So maybe it will speed up things again. So let's have a look. And for some reason, it's still a little bit slow. So what I do sometimes, just to preview a read node like that, I will do it in a fresh Nuke. So I will come to File, New Comp, and I will copy that node inside my new Nuke. All right. You need to make sure that you are viewing the right frame range. So I went to the properties with the S key to go to the properties of the project. All right, and now let's have a look. All right, now it cached properly, so it's great. Okay, so the animation is nice. I'm not too sure. Let's see when it plays real time. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think the animation is right, but the timing is not. I think that we should start having those rays appearing way earlier, like right at the beginning of the shot, where the camera starts, when the camera starts moving. So I think that, I mean, it starts moving from the first frame, but it starts moving a little bit faster from frame like around here, frame 14, 15. So let's go and move the first key of animation a little bit earlier in the shot. So I'll go back to my other Nuke script and open the volume rays, and I will go to the dope sheet. So if you don't have the tab here, you will have to click here and go to Windows and dope sheet. And if you remember from the first course, the dope sheet will just allow us to move easily our keyframes in time. So the two parameters that we animated for those rays are that guy, the blur size, and the ray length. And so those are the two keyframes, even if there is 4 keys, but it is the two parameters that I need to move, okay? So I will simply take those guys and drag and drop them something like, I don't know, I think this is 14. Yeah, 14. Okay, let's try like that. So I won't re-render the shot one more time. I will try to cache it in Nuke. So there is something which is very useful. You can do, you can click on the timeline here and do I of your keyboard to set an input point, and you can click another time of the key of the timeline and hit the O key of your keyboard to set an output point. Or you could use that button and that button. That way, when I'm going to try to cache this effect, Nuke will only cache between those two in and out points. And this is very useful. Okay, so I'm going to cache the shot. I will speed up the video, of course, but let's see how it looks like. All right. Well, I think it was way better. We could even offset it a little bit more. Well, you know what? No, I will keep it like that for now. Okay, cool. So now we got our rays animated. There is some little things that I like to fix maybe here, because we kind of have like a very bright spot and it's a little disconnected from the sun. But before fixing it, I'd like to add all the elements with the lens flare and other camera imperfections, because maybe, we don't know, maybe when we added like everything, it won't be that visible. So let's continue first by adding other elements, and we'll do the latest adjustments just before the end. All right, so let's move on to the next video to add the lens flare. See you there.